Hi, students and parents of Mount Carmel. This is Mr. Neverly speaking, just giving you your Senior Prom 2024 information meeting. All of this information was given in sheets that were passed out to seniors beforehand, but in a video format, here is all the information that your senior needs to attend prom. First, the specifics. Again, this is probably a refresher. Prom is Friday, May 3rd. It is at the Lincoln Park Zoo, specifically the Bird's Eye Cafe. From 7 to 10:30 p.m., students will be able to arrive between 7 and 7:30 p.m., but students and their dates will not be permitted to leave before 10 p.m. So the official time is 7 to 10:30, but Mount Carmel students and their dates will be allowed to leave at 10. Dress code. For Mount Carmel students, this is formal attire, so a suit or a tuxedo. For dates, they must be properly dressed, so they must have modest necklines and length of dresses. If someone is concerned, they should ask about it. The day of prom. For attendance at school, 5-3, again, May 3rd, there's a couple different scenarios that we could encounter the day of prom. If all seniors meet their walkathon goal, so collectively, if they meet their collective donation goal, then all seniors have Friday off. If the seniors in total do not meet their walkathon goal, then only the seniors that have raised their goal have Friday off. So again, for example, if the seniors' goal was $10,000 and $10,000 gets raised, then every senior has Friday off regardless of how much money they raised. If the seniors only raise $9,000, which would be short of their class-wide goal, then only the seniors who have raised the minimum amount that they need to raise will have that Friday off. Attendance thus at school is required to attend prom if an individual student's walkathon goal is not met. So if the collective senior goal is not met and your student has not met their donation goal, they would be required to attend school that Friday. The night of prom, when they arrive, there are no physical tickets. I have a list that will be pulled the Wednesday before prom. So if you paid for a ticket, you and your date will be checked in before entering the dance. So again, there are no physical tickets. Dinner will be served. And just to reiterate, we will be outside. In some years in the past, it has been cold or even rainy. So we would just ask that you prepare for it just in case. Here are some additional guidelines. Of course, this is a Mount Carmel sponsored event, so the student handbook rules always apply. We are also operating under the guidelines set forth by the Lincoln Park Zoo. So this includes their parking regulations, their COVID protocols, which don't really exist anymore, and guidelines that they set forth. These are subject to change, and we will update you if or when they do. They have not changed in the past, but the zoo just likes for us to say that just in case. There will be no walking around the zoo. So once students enter, they will have a little walkway that they get to the venue, but there will be no walking around the zoo. They will be confided to the Bird's Eye Bar and Grill. There will be no transportation from Mount Carmel provided to the zoo. This maybe is the most important slide in our meeting. This is the parking information. So as you can see by this arrow, the venue location for the Bird's Eye Bar and Grill is located off of Cannon Drive, so by the east lot, which is closest to the water. Again, you will be arriving between 7 and 7:30 to start leaving at 10 p.m. The west gate, so furthest away from the water, which is off of North Stockton Drive, will not be open. That gate closes when the zoo closes, which is at 6 p.m. So if you and your date arrive at the west gate, you will have to walk all the way around to Fullerton and down Cannon Drive. So just as a reminder, the west gate will be closed. If you are driving yourself or if you're getting dropped off, please use the North Cannon Drive entrance off of Fullerton. Again, that is closer to the water. If you are parking, please use that main lot that is closest to the east gate. You'll have to drive a little bit down after you take your ticket, but just make sure you are close to the east gate. Parking steps are very simple. Pull into the parking lot and grab a ticket. Parking for the full duration of the dance is $35. However, if you are being dropped off either by a ride share or by a group bus or a limo, uh, those tickets have the first 30 minutes free. So they have free drop offs. So your driver does not have to worry about paying because the first 30 minutes are free. You want to make sure you keep your parking ticket and your voucher because that you need to pay when you leave. So make sure that you keep that. Your leaving steps, all you have to do is insert your ticket into the gate and then scan either the voucher or your credit or debit card right on the way out to pay. Here are some final guidelines. Again, because this is a Mount Carmel sponsored event, just like homecoming, everyone is subject to a breathalyzer at any time during the night. That includes a Mount Carmel student or their dates. Non-Mount Carmel attendees need to have a picture ID to attend just so they can prove who they are. So a driver's license, a school ID, something like that. Again, the date information is already on file, so there are no physical tickets. So as long as their name matches up with their ID, they will be good to go. Again, enter between 7 and 7:30 p.m., exit between 10 and 10:30 p.m. If someone arrives after 7:30, they may be turned away or they may be required to help with the cleanup of the dance. Again, it may be cold initially, so make sure to check and prepare for the weather. Again, here is your parking info reiterated. Parking for the duration of the dance is $35. There is a 30-minute drop-off period that is free. All parking or drop-offs is done through the east gate off of Fullerton on Cannon Drive. Stockton Drive, the west gate, will not be open, so do not go there. We will instruct people as well. When there's about 30 minutes or so left in the dance, around 9:30, we will instruct Mount Carmel students and their dates to start calling their rides, as sometimes in the past we have had people stay way after 10:30 because their rides were not there in time. So we will make that announcement at the dance. And ultimately, we want to have a fun night, but we want to have a safe one. So the first thing we want you to do with your student and you as well watching this video is please fill out this form that not only notifies that you have watched, but you understand the rules that I just went over. That form link is included in that bullet point as well. We want everyone to enjoy themselves, but we also need to understand that we are all representatives of Mount Carmel that night. The Lincoln Park Zoo loves having us there, so I want to continue to build and keep building that relationship. Again, if you have questions, please contact myself, Mr. Neverly, or Mr. Tabernacky, and I will see you all at the Lincoln Park Zoo at 7 p.m. May 3rd, Friday, for a great time.